This podcast may contain adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Hey, welcome back to me and Mrs. Always. I didn't even do
I know,
anything
but
that time.
I find you so funny. I find you hilarious. I like you.
All I did was say, hey, welcome back to me and Mrs. Always Right.
I know. It's
I'm
fine.
your host who decided to let his hair down. Me, what are you doing?
Well, I figured I'd take that out for now. I don't know.
And that's what it looks like in the bedroom.
Oh, stop it. Can't make this bigger.
And I'm Mrs. Always Right. What
Hold
part
on.
of what
Give
part
me
of
a
we're starting the
second.
show do you not understand?
Well, I had to take my men out. Go ahead. Let's start all over.
Really?
Why not?
You know I'm going to leave that in there, but I'll start all over, okay? Because that was great. Hey, welcome back to me and Mrs. Always Right. I'm your host who apparently didn't communicate when the show was starting, me.
And I'm the one apparently that doesn't listen. Mrs. Always Right.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
Shut up.
And we're coming to you live from that little trailer park in Friendswood, Texas.
Yes, it's what I just looked like Galveston and Harrison County.
Harris.
Oh, Harris. Yes, not
County.
Harrison.
What the fuck?
Well,
Are you ready
I
to do the
mean-
show today?
Yes, I'm ready.
You sure?
Yes. I want to know
Oh, fuck. What?
why we're here.
Because we're married and divorce is fucking expensive.
I don't mean here.
Oh, well, back in the creation, there was a little burst of light, right? And some people call that God.
No.
No, why we're
No.
why we're here.
Why we're in Friendswood. Friendswood.
Because there's a long story to that.
Friendswood. I'm sorry.
So this weekend was hotter than Satan's ball sack.
Oh, it's still hotter than Satan ball sack outside.
It is.
It is so
And
hot.
I had a good friend that I've known for a while who was racing in a race this weekend, and he asked me to come help him.
Right. And you asked me if I wanted to go, and I'm like,
You
hell
knew-
no.
You knew what was going to happen,
Oh, yeah.
and I knew what was going to happen.
Because I was thinking to myself, now you can see kind of what I went through, because when you were doing all your racing, just standing around, being hot, not getting any relief and not getting...
Well, I can give you some relief.
Oh, shut up. Always.
Oh, yeah?
Always. Anyway, so I did have other plans as well. They kind of fell through. That didn't happen, but, I got stuff done. I got all the laundry done yesterday. And I don't know if you noticed when you got in at fucking after daybreak this morning.
It was after daybreak.
That I raked around the front
I did
porch
notice, and thank God the sun was out so I could see the yard.
I know. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, if he comes home and it's dark, he'll never notice. But I was hoping that if you didn't notice, apparently this morning after you come home after daybreak, that you might notice in the next day or two when you leave to go to work or come home from work.
So apparently it wasn't that hot outside if you went out there to do yard work.
Bullshit. I was sweating my ass off. Okay. It's still there, but I was sweating.
Well,
Bad.
back to what we were talking
Yes,
about.
anyway,
Why we're
sorry.
here.
Why are we here? You have a friend.
Who went racing yesterday.
Yes.
And he asked me to come help him out. And
Yes.
so, it's been 3 years since I've been to a racetrack. I
Mhm.
debated on taking the car, but I just don't know where the car is as far as making a full pass down the track.
Right.
Pardon me. I feel like I got like a snot.
Bubble.
No. Plug? What do y'all call that? A mucus plug?
Yeah.
Hang on.
You're not birthing a baby over there.
I
You're
know.
so
That's-
gross.
that is gross.
Oh.
And so I went out to help him.
Yes.
Help him in that race. Well, the week prior, so I've been involved in just lick it. Just put it back in. She's over there holding. You saw the half-eaten mint. I don't even know why she took it out of her. I don't even know why she took it out of her mouth.
Because, I don't know, for whatever reason now, when we do this podcast, I talk a lot.
You do.
I remember when we first started, I was just like,
Clam.
"Yeah, baby, you go ahead. You say
And
something."
And because you're getting more vocal, I realized we're the ADHD of podcasts. We're
All over
unorganized.
the place. We're not unorganized. We know what we're going to say. We know what we're talking about. We just go through nooks and crannies and
Yeah, we do.
and veer off, but we always make it back to the same road. So I mean, we're okay.
And one more deviation before we get back to the racing story. I was having a conversation with, and I can't remember exactly who it was. Chime in, leave a comment if it was you. But we were talking about podcast openings, you know, and how a lot, most podcast.
Kitty.
Meow. Most Stop. I'm trying to talk. Stop.
Okay.
And most podcast openings are pre-recorded, right?
Yes.
We do ours cold every time. And this is why I think it's so off the rails, but they were telling me how much they loved I think it was Trina.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Trina.
Okay.
And David, he was there with a cane, old man.
Aw, leave him alone.
Well, he threw his back out from his grandkid, and we don't even want to go into that story. But so there was about but they were like, they love the fact that we do a unique opening every time.
Yes. I appreciate that myself.
I do too.
You should see me at work when I'm listening to this podcast. I be
Really?
laughing. People like, what is wrong with her?
And
Most
yes,
of
we
them already
both
know.
if her and I didn't download the podcast, we wouldn't have any downloads.
No, well, we'd have two, maybe.
Two?
You
Yeah.
know, maybe three.
But so last weekend, I've been a part of the car in the race scene for a long time.
Yes.
You know, and when COVID hit, our last race was right when COVID broke out down in Houston.
Yes.
And we had a good time, runnered up, but the car broke. And so we drove home. I bought you your puppy.
I know.
She's so cute.
cute.
I need to put we need to get a picture of her to put on the podcast.
Before and after.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a fucking turd.
But, and so we drove from Houston to outside of Weatherford, to west of Weatherford to get your puppy, and we came back. And I realized that taking that time off, I just don't miss it like I thought I would.
Right.
And in that time off, we started doing things that were less likely to be in crowds, real big crowds of people and stuff. We got into the side-by-side and off-roading and being outdoors.
So I feel that it's more together time, really.
No, for you and I, it is. It absolutely is.
Yes.
Because you get to participate, I feel, a lot more,
Absolutely.
You get to sit there and ride and make sure I don't get so drunk I drive us off a cliff.
Yes. I mean, not that I feel that I could do anything if you were going to. If you're driving, we would end up going off the cliff anyway.
Just stay buckled up.
Okay. No problem.
So this last weekend, when it comes to all these car pages, I woke up to notifications of I'm getting removed, a certain page is being deleted.
Wow.
And I contacted this person and I'm like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I have not been participating to the level that I probably could have.
Right.
But
Right. I'm glad.
me and this guy are supposed to be really good friends, right? And the whole point of this is I didn't know friendship came with a fucking time limit or terms or anything like that. And it really, I don't know why I took it so hard, because I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I have, I will do anything for.
Right.
So I texted him and he's just like, wish you all the best. Well, we got to this race and he came up to me and I'm sitting down and he went to shake my hand and I'm like, yeah, that's all right. Because I figured if you don't want me in that part of your life, you don't need me in your life at all.
Right.
And am I being petty?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can say I'm on a few groups in Facebook too, and they're always, we're going to delete people that don't participate. And I'm like, whatever. I mean, to me, delete me, whatever. But these people I'm not friends with.
Right.
I would be probably a little hurt. If you got an issue with me not participating in a group on Facebook, just send me a message and say, is there a reason you're not participating? Do you feel you want to participate more? Do you just not want to be in the group? Find out before you just take it into your own hands to just delete and just be done with it.
I had always thought friendship was on different levels between men and women. Men, right? We could not talk to each other for a year and pick up tomorrow like we left off a year ago.
Right.
You know, and
I feel women are really the same way.
I've never seen it, but I don't watch a lot of nature channels, so
whatever. Like, I have a friend that I've had since elementary school. I still consider this friend my best friend. And you ask me today who my best friend is, I will tell you it will be this person. And when she and I see each other, which is not often.
Oh, I'm not a she. Go ahead.
No. Not often. I mean, we're just right back into it. And it might be years before we see each other.
I think you're the exception to the woman rule. I swear to God, this is the only reason I ever, and it's fake. You're not a lesbian, and I make that joke a lot.
You do.
But you act like a dude.
Why?
The only thing you don't do,
act
babe.
Like a dude?
The only thing you don't do, baby, is stand up to pee, in which I think you're capable of.
Whatever. I mean,
unless you're in the shower.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm standing up to pee that way, but I kept my distance, right? Right.
And I didn't want to get into an argument in front of mutual friends. I don't think it's fair to draw mutual friends into a personal conflict, okay?
Exactly.
I'm not asking
and definitely
anybody
don't,
to choose.
You know, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Right.
You don't.
That's the shitty part of an argument amongst friends, right? When you try to get people on your side.
Yes.
And look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Personally, you know, and we were coming back after a race, and I passed him. He was walking single, so by himself. So I'm like, hey, I'll take this time because I'll tell you to your face how I feel. I'm not going to go, you know, do shit on Facebook behind your back. Or nothing like
that's
that.
The way it should be.
And that led to an even worse argument. And it was brought up that he was tired of looking at it. And I'm like, if that page sat on Facebook for the next 10 years, who is it hurting?
Right. And if he's tired of looking at it, guess what? Why don't you leave the group?
Well, I mean, that's what he tried. Yeah. Well, he tried to delete the whole page.
Oh, okay.
Instead of him just leaving, he wanted to get rid of it all. But anyway, I just don't know if I'm being petty or not.
I don't know. I feel that maybe he was being a little petty by doing something like that.
And he went off and started his own thing, and I wish him the best of luck in that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's room, there's room for more than one person to do the same thing as somebody else is doing.
That's true. And there's room on Facebook for a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
or YouTube or whatever, you know? I mean, check out our ugly faces. But I don't know, man. I don't consider myself with a whole lot of friends, but the friends I have, I'd do anything for.
Right.
You know, the guy I helped yesterday racing.
Mm-hmm.
He needed he had a new clutch in his car, and you'd bought me those quick jacks, you know, to do which I'm grateful for, but he needed to borrow them. Hey, Brent, you know, hey, can I borrow those? Come and get them, dude. All you gotta do is come and get them.
Absolutely.
And he still has them and using them. And that's fine, because right now I don't have a need for them. And in the moment that comes up, I have a need for them. All I know I have to do is call and be like, hey, I need to come get those jacks back, you know?
Because you know where they're at.
And I don't. Maybe it's, and again, not to reharp on the subject, but maybe I'm petty. So I don't know.
It's fine, but I kind of feel like you. Friendship does not have a
expiration date.
Yeah, I wouldn't think.
Or a participation quota.
That's true. Very true.
You know, so
very true.
And I'm not going to bring, you know, and I'm intentionally leaving names out.
I know.
I just want to know, you know. And he was like, you know, were you a little butthurt? And yeah, okay, maybe I am a little butthurt, you know?
I mean, he would be butthurt if you did it to him. So why does he not expect you to be butthurt if he does it to you?
And the, you know, the whole podcast, man, you know, since we started this, you know, I spent a year and a half trying to get our sound right and everything. You know, the room's decent. You could do more than one podcast in here. You could probably rent this out. You know, we could probably upgrade the cameras a little bit, you know, get the room a little more soundproofed and decorated. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I think it works great as a podcast studio. And I told him, I said, you know, we can do the podcast here. And he was like, he said, well, no, you have to be on location. And I'm like, you really don't. We could go out there and get video.
Right. And then do voiceover.
And then do voiceover and talk about what we see on the video.
Exactly.
I just don't want to be in an environment where sound is horrible. After doing this, that kills me.
Right.
All the background noise, how many of those cars are doing burnouts and stuff when you're trying to have a conversation?
And you can't even hear each other standing next to each other.
Yeah, in your ear, and I wanted a clean environment. So maybe my goals were wrong.
And then this is a lot of, I feel.
And this is a lot of equipment to move. Why can't we, why couldn't we have met in the middle, do some audio work here, do some video work at the track, and made a great product?
Yes.
But I mean, so I guess that's an opportunity lost.
Anyway, but is it really?
If it ends this way, it's not. In all honesty, right?
Right, because you can still do your thing.
Yeah.
He can still do his thing, and
we just don't have to
best
talk.
of luck to both of you.
Right.
That's the way it should be.
So last night when he was running, we got there.
Your friend,
yes, who has such anxiety, the poor guy.
You pick on him so bad because
I love him.
I know, but you pick on him because it gets to him.
The guy that drives the car?
Yes.
No, I don't do it intentionally.
Yeah, you do. I'm a better driver. I mean, you're okay.
Oh, no. Okay, when it comes to that. That's
what I'm saying.
That's just trying to get in his head to win a race. That's all that shit is.
Oh, okay. You didn't do any of that last night, right?
I wasn't driving.
Well, I know.
No, I pumped him up.
Okay, good.
When I get to the rest of the story. And so last night I get to his house. He's like, hey, I'm leaving at 4. So I text him and I'm like, hey, okay, I'll be there between 3 and 3:30. I left. I had to come back to the house. I probably got on the road at about 2:45. 2:50.
I think it was later than that. But
no,
whatever.
Because I got to his house at 3:03. I checked the time.
Damn.
Well, this is why I'm telling you. He just lives right down the street. He sends me a text message and it's eyeballs. Like, where you at? And I'm like, I'm on my way. I roll up at like 3:03, 3:04. And he's like, all right, man. All right, let's go. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's get in the truck and go. I'm ready. I got
just
my
you
shit.
two?
Yeah, in his truck.
Okay.
And we're on the way out there. We drive from his house to Ennis, which is probably 45 minutes. Get there. I start unlocking the trailer and all that. He left his car key at home.
I thought you were playing when you said that.
No, he left his car key at home.
Oh my God. Okay, I would think because first of all, you have to have the key to load it into the trailer.
He left it there Friday night. He was testing. He was testing Friday night.
Oh, okay.
So then
that's a little more understandable then.
I would have left it in the trailer that was locked and secured.
Yeah, but you just never know. You know what I mean?
You don't, but that's why you pay insurance.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But then you lose a trailer, a car, with keys.
No, I get it. Been there. Been there, done that.
Exactly.
Right?
So I understand taking the keys inside, even though everything is locked. I get it.
So his anxiety, which is probably already at an 87, okay, because of the race coming up, is probably right now pushing
93.
like 90. We're about 99.99 here. Okay. So he's on the phone with his wife. He's on the phone with his son, right? He's like, I need my key. And he was trying to meet. And then his son was like, well, I'm just coming to the track. And we're halfway there. I'm like, well, if he's coming to the track, why we just turn around and wait for him? It's a 10-minute difference,
Right.
Why are we going to stop, get out, get the key, and then both of us drive? So we get back. We get the car unloaded. We get everything set up probably around 5. It's still Satan's balls.
Yes.
Fortunately, a little bit of overcast came in, and that was fantastic. It dropped it from about 137 down to about 129.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that here.
No. And then the track was way too hot to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't even get started with rounds until about 9:30, 9:45.
Wow.
Yeah. And get up there, get the test pass in, start the rounds. The boy was on point this weekend.
I've seen a couple of videos, and it looks like he was moving. So looked like he did good.
This boy shows up. Do you remember back in Denton? Were you there when I raced Chris Ritchie in the vet?
No.
That black vet, you weren't there.
I don't.
So this guy shows up in this white Corvette. And this thing, if you get on Facebook and you look at this car, this thing is A to B, balls to the wall. It's one of the fastest cars I've ever seen in stick. And he was worried. We get up there and that guy gets a bye. Chad gets an easy draw. You remember Jeff Humphreys, right? With the green car?
Yes.
And he gets an easy race. So I knew who the next 3 contenders were going to be.
Right.
So I get up there and line him up. He makes his easy pass. We go set up the car. And he starts pacing. I'm like, you got to calm down. It's just a race. Whether you or Jeff are the only ones that can get the bye. Whoever's got to race that guy, he's just got to fucking send it,
Right. Absolutely.
But we started our conversation. Racing just isn't about get up there, line up, and go. There's all kinds of mind games you can play at the tree, So we get up there at about 11, 12. It's getting late. And we draw for second round. Jeff gets the bye. Chad's got to race this guy in the vet.
Oh no!
And we're talking. I'm like, look, he's a turbo car. He wants to take the second bulb and build boost. Yeah, fine, let him do it. But you don't come in. You have to be staged within 7 seconds of that guy of whoever takes the bottom bulb first.
Oh,
you got 7 seconds to stage. I told Chad. Chad and I talked, and we were like, count to 4, count to 5, and come in.
But you just need to take one. Well, first of all, it's you take one bulb, somebody else takes one bulb.
That's pre-stage.
And then somebody else takes the second
bulb. And then you have 7 seconds to take the second bulb.
Okay, I got you.
So he came in what I felt like was a little early. But as soon as he lit the bottom bulb, the car backed up and unlit the bottom bulb. And so you just hear the guy on the two-step. And that's, for the people who don't know, the two-step is a rev limiter when you're racing, and it holds the car at a certain RPM, and it's popping and firing and sounds badass. And so Chad looks up, and he doesn't have the bulb, and then he rolled. I swear to God, it was at 6.7 seconds he took that second bulb, and then the light went yellow green, and he was gone. The guy bumbled out of the start.
Oh no!
Chad takes off, runs his best pass I've seen. Second best pass. He ran a 580 in an 1/8 mile. He was moving.
Wow!
That car.
You go.
That car, that vet, after he stumbled out of the gate, ran a 6.5. Chad ran 126 miles an hour. The vet ran 136 miles an hour. The vet was freight training him.
Oh, yeah.
Had that been a quarter-mile race,
he would have lost.
It would have been done right past the 8th mile.
Wow.
I'm telling you, that vet is one of the fastest stick cars I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Mr.
And then it ended
Quick.
up, so Jeff had the bye, and it ended up Chad and Jeff in the final round, and they, Chad won. They split the money. So
wow,
and it was good to see Jeff again.
Yeah,
I mean, we reminisce because Jeff Humphreys was the first guy I won a competition race against.
Right, and everybody thought. I wished we could have taken bets on that race because you were definitely the underdog on it.
I've been the underdog in almost every race I've ever ran in. To be honest with you. Everybody's always had more horsepower than me. I finally scrape up enough food stamps and some dude to get some upgrades to the car. I spend like 20 food stamps. Somebody comes in and drops like $1 million cash. They're like cha-ching.
Wow.
So yeah, I've always been the underdog, and I've enjoyed playing that role, and I've won a lot of races.
You have. You've won a lot of stuff.
But
you got some big ass checks to prove it.
Big ass checks.
Big ass checks.
But I just, after being out there last night, I enjoyed the filming and the lining him up, and I don't, whatever people say. Yeah, the driver, from the time the light goes green to the end of the race, that's all on the driver.
Yes.
But if I don't do my job, getting him lined up in the right spot and making sure he's calm and, the car's ready, my job is from the burnout till he's lined up. His job is from the time he's lined up till he's done with the end of the race.
Right.
I did my job, he did his job, and we took that home.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, he did good, so...
Good deal. That's awesome.
That's enough of my rant. And of course it went on, and we stayed.
Oh no, never mind. Nothing. I thought
Statue of Liberty. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. No.
So and then we stayed late to finish watching the other racers we know, and yeah, we rolled out at 5:30. Got back to his house at 6:15, and I rolled in here at like 6:45.
I know.
I
was after
done because I got up at 5:30 yesterday.
Yeah. Did you really?
I did.
Why?
Tanks. And I was up anyway. It's not like I set an alarm to do it, but I woke up. My sleep schedule was off from all week anyway.
Well, you know what? I mean, I wake up early in the mornings like that too, and I look around and I'm like, nah, fuck this shit. And I go back to sleep. You probably could have went back to sleep. You just chose not to. I'm just saying.
Yeah, probably.
But
and then
I
I've been
guess
in
you
there all
didn't
day
realize
editing editing videos, which I fucked up so bad.
What?
My external mic,
Uh-huh.
I thought if I just had it off,
Uh-huh.
that the GoPro would divert to its internal mic.
Yes. It
No,
doesn't.
It does not. I lost every bit of beautiful audio I had. So all I'm doing in there is putting in clips of just races and passes.
So when the car takes off, you're going.
No, I decided against making like the car sounds.
And
I'm just doing
classic though.
I mean, it would have been
or show like a little clip of our grandson with the little Hot Wheels.
But
in there.
but these are just 1 and 2 minute videos I'm putting together. That way he has his videos of the race, and so.
Well,
But,
that's
yeah.
cool.
That's where we're at.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, do we have any plans for next weekend?
Yeah, we do.
Do
At
we?
4.
Oh, I mean, besides the
No.
eye check thing.
No.
The only reason why I was asking is I have been telling you wedding cake. First of all, wedding cake. I
Every
can't wait.
episode. Every
Yes,
episode.
I can't wait. Oh, and it's been changed from the Saturday to Sunday because the place was booked for that Saturday. So but it turns out that it's over Memorial Day. Wait, Labor Day weekend. So we're off that Monday.
Man,
And
is it a Monday?
No, it's on a Sunday.
Oh, fuck.
So that'll make it easier because we don't have to go to work on that Monday.
Okay.
So what are you fucking about? You already had plans for that weekend?
I mean, I didn't know if we were riding or not, but hey, she's only gonna get married once.
We hope.
We hope.
Okay, well, it's the only one we're going to anyway. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? You get divorced, the rest are on you.
Exactly. So, anyway, besides wedding cake, what was I gonna say?
Plans for next weekend.
Yes. So I had plans for the weekend after to work the weekend.
Okay.
But I think just to get it done and over with, because I want to work at least one weekend a month between now and Christmas, so I will have Christmas money. But I think I just want to do it next weekend and just get it done and over with.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So, I mean,
I feel you. I really, and I meant to do it today, but it wasn't going to happen.
Mhm.
I've got to fix the Red Razor and get it on Marketplace. If you're looking for a razor, call me.
It's a, 2012?
Yes.
Yes. It
Fully
runs.
modified Razor 900. Yeah, it does run.
When you
but-
put it back together.
Yes. Just it's hot, and I haven't
It
got around to get it.
fucking hot. Oh
Sofa?
my God. Sofa King.
Hot. Right.
Sofa King. Hot.
Yeah, but that's my
Yes.
weekend and my tragic. I think I find it better when I drink beer and not Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you wanted.
They're so good.
I love them. If y'all are wondering what he's drinking, it's a strawberry limeade from Sonic. And they are delicious.
Except when all the shit gets stuck in the straw. And then you're
Fine.
like, I ain't got the prowess.
Suction.
Yeah, like you do. You got all the practice.
Okay.
So.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Sure.
All right, we got like 8 minutes to kill.
I know. I was going to say we got like 8 minutes left.
Make some shit up.
Do we have to make stuff up?
I did get an email when we were having the conversation about poop particles on the phone.
Yes.
Yes, and this is from a Patreon member,
Uh-huh.
and he wants to know how projectile-ish is your poop. If you're getting poop I hear all the yeah. Hang on. He wants to know how projectile is your poop to get poop particles on your phone.
I don't think that it has to be projectile to. It's just little particles that fall off as it's going to the water. I don't really.
Do you
know.
look under a microscope?
I don't. I don't have a microscope.
So maybe do you remember which one of those talk shows was it where they checked like the loofahs in the bathroom and all that stuff?
Oh,
They had them all
yeah.
checked. Maury
It's
or somebody.
like 2020 or
You
something.
are not
and
the father.
You go to like a hotel room and
That's just something I don't wanna know.
gross. I know. It's like, you know what? I just want it to have good air conditioning or good heating a decent, comfortable bed. That's
and
all
an
I
air
need.
conditioner without a cricket.
Yes. Oh, that's something that we can say because
I got
that
6 minutes. I can get through it here in a
that
minute.
actually it's funny because the wedding reception we're going to was actually 1 year ago to the day that our grandson got married and we had wedding cake. That now our granddaughter is having her wedding reception, wedding cake. And we did go down a day or two early to make sure everything was set up and ready and everything like that. And we did rent a hotel not far from there, because we knew a lot of people were going to be in town and, everything else. And yeah, go ahead, take it from here.
I won't stay. Yeah. Way to go, talkity talk.
I know.
You know me. I mean, we had a bad experience in San Antonio years ago, and after that, man, I'm done. I'm done with the $39.99 a night motels. Okay,
This wasn't that
it was
motel.
not, and that's why I'm kind of like, "Ugh." We're staying at a reasonably decent hotel.
Yes.
Rhymes with Pilton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and my stays there have been great, except for this one.
Yes.
And we get in there and we go lay down at like 2:00 in the morning. Chirp, 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 chirp. And apparently this cricket was horny and wanted to get laid and was stuck in the AC.
In the AC, yes.
So we get up and we go do our shit and we come back to stay the next night and it's still chirp, chirp. So I go down to the front desk and I'm like, I need somebody to come up to the room. And this maintenance man who was born in like 1845 comes up to the room.
Mm-hmm.
And that cricket is chirp, chirp. And he's like, what are you talking about? I can't hear it.
I don't
I'm like,
hear anything.
dude.
It must have been a specific pitch because I called the oldest daughter while I was there and I was like, oh my God, do you hear this cricket? And she's like, Mom, I don't hear it. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And she's like, seriously, I don't hear it. So I got off the phone and I pushed record on the phone and recorded it, sent it to her, and she was like, holy shit.
And that's what I had to do.
So it's just a perfect pitch that people cannot hear, I guess.
I wish I couldn't
apparently.
hear it.
Oh my God, it was so needless to say, I don't think we stayed. We packed up and left.
Yeah, we did. And that's what I had to do to get that guy to hear the cricket was I had to record it on my phone. And then he's looking at me like, you're kidding me? That's what's going on in here right now? I'm like, yeah. You know what I realized
so
it
weird.
is? It must have been the pitch of his wife's voice.
Maybe. Well, that doesn't explain the daughter, though. Because she could not hear
Well, she is a wife.
Well, maybe. I don't know. But it must have been just a certain pitch that your phone didn't pick up or something because she could not hear it on the phone call when I was on the phone with her.
Yeah, and he was loud.
And and the neighbors across the hall
Yeah, you
even
remember
heard
that?
it. Yes, because they commented. They're like, holy shit, we thought it was some kind of sound white noise machine. And we're like, hell no, that's a stupid ass cricket.
Yeah, stupid ass cricket.
Yeah. So
I wonder if he eventually died.
I would hope so. So maybe we can go down there. I don't want the same room. And if we have a cricket, we're going to have to tell them last time we stayed here, there was a cricket. We couldn't stay here. Discount or change us rooms, period. I mean, just, you can't do it. Can't do it. So do you want to do that or?
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as we stay in somewhere decent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't care.
Yeah.
No $39.99 a night motel.
No Roach Motel?
No.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay.
I know you said all you needed was a bed, but I just need a bed I can trust.
Okay.
I think it's San Antonio that time, and I love San Antonio as a city. I know it was like
So
we got to go.
Yeah. Can't stay here. Can't stay here.
I did want to comment real quick when
Mm-hmm.
we have a couple minutes left. How beautiful you look with your hair down.
Thanks. I'm about to sweat to death, so we need to wrap this up.
Well, we still have a show to do, whether you're hot or not. But I can start to see your face is moist and glistening.
Ooh, it is moist and glistening.
And
I can't believe you're not.
Oh, it's there. You can see it's glare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, your eyes are starting to go.
Ooh, yeah.
But I decided to let my hair down too, and we can have a
look at
competition.
us, look.
So
You're so sassy.
Hey, we thank y'all for listening. You have any questions, comments, or concerns, email us at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com. All complaints go to Trevor the intern.
You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram at Me and Mrs. Always Right.
And please help support us on Patreon by subscribing or whatever you do on Patreon at Patreon/Me and Mrs. Always Right. And we need to get a P.O. box and maybe people can send you some dabbing towels.
Dabbing towels?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say I'm ugly? You ain't.
No, I'm trying to say
mean.
you are.
I'm sweating. Well, I'm old, first of all.
Number one, it's Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, it's church day, and you sweating like a whore in Sunday school.
I mean, you could be right.
All right. Well, I love you, baby.
Oh, and
Whoa.
and I mean, we're trying to do the whole not Facebook, but TikTok,
YouTube.
Tube. Yeah,
Babe,
whatever.
you gotta
I don't
get
know.
hip.
Okay, yeah. So we're check us out on YouTube at Me and Mrs. Always Right as well.
Hey, good job.
Hey, no problem.
All right, I love you, baby.
I love you too.
All right, you have a good rest of your weekend.
Okay,
All right, bye.
bye.
Bye. I knew it was coming. Every episode.
Well, I mean, it's the trademark now.
I think it is.
Yeah.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.